I was born and brought up in Kashmir, Srinagar city,
Okay.
actually. And I have an elder brother. मेरे भाई हैं एक मुझसे 8 साल बड़े हैं. So that. And this entire journey of Bollywood actually started बिल्कुल एक accident था. It was not something I planned, and surprisingly, it was not something I dreamed of. It was never a thought that I would do this. But it just happened, and बहुत सारी चीजें होती गई और coincidence कुछ ना कुछ. And then there I was.
Okay. So, how was your? I mean, did you like it? How was it? Like, was it too exciting for you as a child? I know that अभी तो नहीं होगी, but जब इन्होंने तुम्हें pick किया था तुम्हारे school से, I remember, right? So, how was the experience?
It was. I don't think it registered उस time पे मुझे समझ भी नहीं आ रहा था कि हुआ क्या. I remember I have always been this person जिसको बहुत social anxiety होती थी. I've always been this introvert and मुझे इतना socialize करना अच्छा नहीं लगता था, and let alone to be able to perform in front of so many people. So that in itself was such a weird experience for me. So what happened is कि हमारे school में, I will just tell you the story exactly हुआ क्या था. कि हमारे स्कूल में ऐसे कुछ वर्कशॉप्स होती रहती थी और कुछ ना कुछ होता रहता था. और somehow हमारे स्कूल में एक एक्टिंग वर्कशॉप हो रहा था जहाँ पे we decided कि हम एक play create करेंगे, and this play was around women empowerment. It was about female infanticide.
Okay.
तो हमने वो play किया और somehow that play actually went बहुत अच्छा हुआ, बहुत ही अच्छा हुआ. And that was the first time I was performing. So I'm telling you, I'm a person who couldn't even speak in
Yeah.
front of the
Yeah.
mirror.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there I was out there performing. So it was weird for me. And coincidentally, वो play बहुत ही अच्छा गया. And since then, my principal kind of noticed that, okay, this girl has this thing for acting. She can act.
Yeah. Yeah.
So उसके बाद काफी months के बाद एक बार एक casting director थे. वो casting director हमारे school आए. Actually वो कश्मीर आए. He was looking for a girl for some film, and he was visiting several schools. And he also happened to visit ours during that time.
Okay.
And he came over, and I remember my principal called me to her office, and she asked me if I would want to take part in it, if I would want to audition. I had no idea कि किस चीज के लिए audition हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है. My principal gave in my name. She said you should go and give an audition. So I went for that audition, and I got shortlisted for that audition, but I did not get selected. I was really upset. I was really upset कि क्यों नहीं हुआ, और काफी टाइम तक उन्होंने नहीं बताया कि क्या है, और बहुत टाइम बाद they said that you have not been selected for that role. And months later, one day I'm sitting and I get a call from a casting director here in Kashmir. So he called me and he said, there's this ad we're trying to shoot. Why don't you come over, give an audition? So I went for that audition. Long story short, I shot one ad with them. I shot another ad with them. And one day I was sitting and so I came back from school. मैं स्कूल से आई और मैं किचन में एंटर किया, and my mother is just sitting there like this.
Yeah.
She's sitting and she's looking at me, and she had this really weird look on her face. I'm looking at her. Okay, क्या हो गया? Have I done something? मेरे से कोई गलती हुई है? कुछ कर दिया मैंने? क्या हो गया? मुझे ऐसे क्यों देख रही है? So I asked her क्या हुआ, and she said, "Do you know somebody called?" Like, okay, who called? Do you want to tell me who called? And she's like, "Do you remember that casting director?" I said, "Yeah." He said he was calling. You've been offered a role in a film.
And that was the this Amir Khan's movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she said, "Do you know who it is?" And I said, "Who?" She said, "It's Amir Khan." I was like, "You're kidding. You're joking, right? This cannot be true."
Yeah.
Anyway, so then I went for that audition, and that took several months actually. So the audition was not something that you just go and you get selected. नहीं. बहुत लंबा सा audition था, काफी time रहा, काफी time चला, और eventually then I got selected for that film. I got selected.
Yeah, and that was Dangal. Was it Dangal or that was Superstar?
That was
was Dangal,
Dangal.
right? I remember. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it so happened that while we were shooting Dangal, I got offered the second film. So it had not even happened that my first film was out. And before my first film could get out, while I was shooting it, I got the offer for the second film as well. So I had 2 films in my bag.
And both were the Amir Khans, right? Yeah, I remember shooting with you. Yeah. And that was the Superstar movie.